It accelerated at a rate that I could not control it.
A man drives off a parking garage and falls 4 stories to the ground. Now he is sharing his terrifying brush with death. We'll have that story in just a few minutes, but first, the U.S. trade dispute with Mexico is heating up. Today, Mexico imposed a series of tariffs against U.S. exports to its market that could directly impact prices at the grocery store. Camila Bernal explains how it's going to affect you.
Mexico is fighting back, announcing $3 billion in tariffs against U.S. exports. The tariffs are expected to impact the price of products, including pork, apples, potatoes, bourbon, and some cheese.
These import tariffs are going to make American products more expensive, and this is exactly what we've been moving against and away from over the last 20 years.
The move is in retaliation for the Trump administration's announced tariffs on steel and aluminum imports from Mexico and a number of other countries. The president has long argued that international trade has not benefited the U.S.
Our industries have been targeted for years and years, decades in fact, by unfair foreign trade practices.
But the tit for tat will matter because while Mexico exports more goods and services to the U.S. than it buys, it's also the second largest market for U.S.-made goods, behind only Canada.
We will do what is necessary to protect the United States, its businesses, and its workforce.
The Mexican tariffs are expected to raise the price of the affected goods between 15% and 25%, cutting deeply into how much the U.S. exports to its southern neighbor in the future. The tariffs announced Tuesday will affect only about 1% of U.S. exports to Mexico, but the full impact is yet to be determined. The EU and Canada have also announced plans to retaliate with tariffs against American products. In Washington, I'm Camila Bernal.
A follow-up now, that dispute between President Trump and the Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champions reacting for the first time since being uninvited to the White House. Eagles head coach Doug Peterson says he was disappointed that he didn't get to go to the White House after President Trump canceled a celebration with this year's Super Bowl champions, choosing to host another event to, quote, celebrate patriotism instead. The White House says the decision was because of the NFL controversy over players taking the knee during the national anthem. No Eagle players actually did that, but only 10 players reportedly had confirmed wanting to meet the president at the White House event.
We did something last season that was very special. It's a milestone here in the city of Philadelphia, our organization, and I was looking forward to going down and being recognized as world champions.
Coach Peterson says he's focused on practice and that the team is, quote, united. This summer, Florida Power and Light customers will get a little break on their monthly bills. FPL says the 2 reductions are a result of the federal tax overhaul signed last year. In July, the average residential customer will see their bills go down about 59 cents per month. In September, it will be adjusted down another 2 cents. Regulators, however, are still debating whether customers will get a one-time refund because of an over-recovery of storm restoration costs following Hurricane Matthew. When it comes to getting around Sarasota, there's cars, buses, and bikes, also scooters, but there is a better way to manage all of the traffic around town. The city is working on a project that is designed to ease traffic congestion and give some other options when it comes to getting around. The city says its transportation master plan will accommodate the growing population. Since Sarasota is a tourist area with a seasonal increase in people and in traffic, the city is looking at lots of different options.
We're looking at water taxi service and how to implement that here in Sarasota, what types of infrastructure we need to have in place for that really to work well, and how that might also integrate with bicycle share or scooter share. Microtransit is another thing that's happening throughout the U.S. right now.
The plan is expected to be finished in about 18 months. The city of Sarasota is asking for your input on the future of the Bobby Jones Golf Club. The city is holding a series of meetings next week. On Wednesday, they will be at Payne Park Auditorium and Robert L. Taylor Community Complex. On Thursday, the meetings will be held at City Hall. Last year, the city hired an architecture firm to develop a master plan for the golf club. It includes recommendations and conceptual plans for potential improvements to the course. Sarasota and Charlotte counties will get tens of thousands of dollars in federal funding tied to last year's hurricane season, just as the latest season has begun. The Federal Transit Administration is distributing more than $232 million in emergency relief program money to states affected by Hurricane Irma to help pay for recovery and rebuilding. $111,000 will go to Sarasota County, and Charlotte County will get $57,000. Heading over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with the First Alert forecast.
Thanks, Jess. Things were pretty good this morning. A few showers around, but really not too bad. But then get a look at this Tower Cam Wednesday, right around 11:30 this morning. You can see skies partly cloudy at this point. I'm going to step back and show you what happened. Some showers with a little system in the Gulf of Mexico moving onshore right around 12:15. There it comes. The rain was heavy at times too, and then quickly moved out of here. Here's a current look now from our tower cam. A different story at this hour. Right now it's showing pretty calm conditions out there. Skies have cleared. We have some high clouds around, but for the most part it looks pretty good for a nice evening, so no problems as far as that goes. Radar picture still though pretty active here in the Gulf of Mexico. There's a little low pressure spinning right here. We have a weak frontal boundary to the north of us, a stationary front. The heavy weather with that energy that moved through midday is now since shifted well to the east and south of us. That's where the bigger storms are right now. And as I mentioned, your evening planner looks to be pretty good. Just a few clouds around. It should be a beautiful sunset with those high clouds. Always makes for a spectacular sunset. And well, I'm sure we'll see some pictures sent into PIX at mysuncoast.com. One area of rain now in DeSoto County heading toward Highlands County. So it's not quite over yet everywhere, but still Northport, you had some showers earlier. That has since moved on to the east, and things are looking much better now. Currently, we have the high clouds and 78 degrees. Heat index not a factor. It has been the last 2 days. We were in the upper 90s for heat indices, but that is not the case now. Winds out of the west-northwest at 6, and the dew point temperature has come down. That's the reason why also we haven't seen a high problems with that heat index. Here's the forecast. One particular model, again showing this little area of low pressure out there in the mid-levels of the atmosphere with that rotation right there. We'll get that west to southwesterly flow. This is at 10 a.m. in the morning, indicating a few showers around. Don't set your sights on just 10 a.m. It could be a little sooner than that. And there won't be a lot of wide coverage, but there will be a few showers around, I think, to start the day off on Thursday. We'll have a look at your weekend weather forecast in just a few minutes. Jess?
Thank you, Bob. New details tonight at the school shooting that killed 17 people in Parkland. Fire Deputy Scott Peterson says President Donald Trump has made him the, quote, punching bag in the deadly shooting. Trump said Peterson didn't want to go into the school as students and teachers were being attacked, and even said Peterson doesn't love the children. In an interview with NBC this morning, Peterson said that coward is the, quote, the worst label you could have as a police officer, and it's just not true. Peterson said he would tell the parents that he's sorry, but he didn't have all the facts when he was first to respond to the scene. A driver injured in an accident at Miami International Airport last week says he feels lucky to be alive. Orlando Luna says the van he was driving accelerated uncontrollably onto its own, and he couldn't stop it. He crashed through a parking deck wall and onto the pavement 4 stories below. Jessica Hawley tells us how he is now speaking about his terrifying brush with death.
It was a terrible, terrible fall.
Last Friday, June 1st, Orlando Luna hopped in his American Airlines work van. He buckled up, hit the gas, and then in a split second,
It accelerated at a rate that I could not control it.
he says the van took off.
I felt like the vehicle is fighting with itself, like fighting against me.
Luna says the vehicle traveled about 16 feet, smashing through the 4th floor wall of an employee parking garage at Miami International Airport.
A driver crashed through the wall here.
The van falling 4 stories from this parking deck, crashing to the concrete below. A 7 News viewer snapped this picture just minutes after Luna was able to crawl out of the crushed van on his own. He remembers this moment all too well.
Me looking up like this, of the hole on the wall, and looking at the van where it's at, it was stunning that I said, oh my God, I'm alive.
The chief of trauma at Ryder says Luna is alive because he buckled up.
Imagine if he had, hit the ceiling of the car with his head unrestrained. I don't think we'd be here, having this conversation.
A black eye.
Completely swollen.
Broken ribs, fractures in his spine, and a collapsed lung among his injuries.
Superman.
This grandfather has been on the job for 35 years. He says surviving that fall has been life-changing.
God has given me a new opportunity, another perspective in life. Looking at things in a different view, that everything that's material really doesn't matter.
And with family, friends, and co-workers by his side, his road to recovery looks bright.
I just want to say thanks to everybody for their support and love.
It's not clear what caused the vehicle to accelerate. Luna says he may be released from the hospital as early as Wednesday. Now to that violent beach arrest. A young mother punched by a police officer and handcuffed in front of her daughter. Police say they spotted 20-year-old Emily Wainman with a bottle of alcohol, so they had her take a breathalyzer test. After she refused to give police her last name, they tried to arrest her, and she then began kicking and spitting at them. This video shows an officer repeatedly punching her in the head.
She went to have a fun time on the beach with her daughter, and they're the police officers.
Today, prosecutors say the officers will not face criminal charges. They are still under investigation by their department, and police say they are on administrative duty until that investigation is complete. Still to come here on your Suncoast News, how Facebook is trying to restore user trust after various data privacy scandals. Plus, some healthy snack ideas for summer travel. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Hitting the road or the skies this summer, you may want to pack a snack. Traveling can wreak havoc on your diet, so plan ahead. Jeremy Roth has travel-friendly snacks to keep you on track.
If you're heading out on vacation, don't derail your diet. Take some healthy snacks to keep the munchies at bay. Airport security is strict on liquids, but not so much on sandwiches. Toss a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in a baggie and be sure to toast the bread first to prevent sogginess. Maybe trail mix is more your style. Well, lots of store-bought trail mix has added sugar and extra calories, so switch it up and make your own at home with nuts, dried fruit, and granola. If you're looking for something more grab and go, toss a packet of instant oatmeal into your bag before you leave town. All you have to do is ask a barista or flight attendant for a cup of hot water. But if you expect hot water may be hard to come by, breakfast bars are easy to find and are great if you're hungry between meals. Look for nut and granola-based bars that are high in protein and fiber. It's easy to overindulge and ruin your diet while on vacation, so think ahead and pack some snacks to stay healthy. For today's Health Minute, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Now your ABC forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Just as everything was looking really nice this morning here at Anna Maria Webcam, Bimini Bay, showing nice calm conditions out there. Then all of a sudden, boom, storms come in just around the midday, quickly moving through though. Didn't stick around very long. And then look, the skies are clearing, looking pretty nice out there for your evening walk. And the viewer photos sent in, a lot of them coming in of all the storm clouds that were around this morning. This one from Ms. Smith. And we are going to see a chance for some morning showers again tomorrow as a result of this little system, if you will, out there in the Gulf of Mexico. So we put a chance for showers in the morning, and then again maybe a little break in the late afternoon, and we'll see some showers possibly returning in the 7 o'clock hour tomorrow. High temperatures will still get pretty close to seasonal averages. Now that again, little brief shower we saw now, and storminess has since moved to the east coast. Still though, some lingering clouds and showers out there in the Gulf of Mexico, situating out there associated with a weak area of low pressure, and not much going on with that. There's still a chance for some pop-up showers later on tonight and during the morning hours throughout the overnight. As far as the rain goes, not much rain fell across the area, although it did come down heavy at times near the UTC Mall. We had some showers there. Also into Bradenton Parish, a little heavier there near Anna Maria Island. Not much into the southern end of Lombo Key. Sarasota Bradenton Airport did have a little bit. Osprey and Venice got some shower activity. A little dry air in the upper levels of the atmosphere, but the system, though, digging through the Gulf, picking up some of that moisture and getting rid of that dry air at this point. But it's still not all that moist as a result of that drier air kind of hanging around. But you can still see some pretty big storms out there, well out there in the Gulf of Mexico, associated with a weak frontal boundary in that area of low pressure. High pressure now down to the south of the state is going to stay there too. So we'll see that west wind continuing throughout the day on Thursday and even into Friday. Eventually we get more southerly direction, I think, as the high pressure will slowly nose in to the northeast. And when that happens, we start to see a return to the east to southeast winds during the day. That'll happen over the weekend, so there's a chance for a few scattered showers over the weekend, as there always is during this time of year, and mainly in the afternoon and evening. There'll be some scattered storms around. We are not anticipating any washout, though, for the weekend. Temperatures have cooled as a result of the clouds and rain around. It's 78 now at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport, 80 in Orlando. And temperatures are pretty uniform, upper 70s to low 80s. The low 80s went out, though. 81 in Northport now. The Gulf water temperature at 82 in Venice. You're checking in at 80. Some high clouds, 78 at the airport. We have that west and northwest wind, not too strong, 6 miles an hour. And the dew point is at 70. Rainfall today, just 0.12 of an inch at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. We're still about 3/4 of an inch below average for this month, but still above average for the year. Well, the high today was 86 despite the clouds, and 75 was the morning low. This is the forecast showing that little energy, that little low pressure area spinning out here, bringing us some onshore flow and a chance for a few showers again on Thursday. And even on Friday, it's still hanging there. We'll get a slight chance for a few showers coming in during the morning and afternoon. Most of the action, though, along the East Coast. I wanted to show you this model. This is the GFS. We'll take you from this Sunday coming up. And guess what? It looks like the GFS, which was the one that predicted out ahead of Alberto, is now predicting maybe another system moving into the Gulf of Mexico. This is again Thursday, June 14th, and this would indicate some sort of tropical system out there, or possibly subtropical. We'll have to watch it nonetheless. It's not that far off to see again, so we'll keep an eye on it for you. It has been rather consistent in bringing something out there in the Gulf of Mexico. A lot of the other models are starting to pick up on it as well. Well, here's the forecast for boaters tomorrow. Not too bad. A few showers you may have to dodge, but other than that, west winds at 10 knots. Seas will be running 1 to 2 feet with a light chop. And the 7-day forecast does call for a 40% chance for a few scattered showers on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and over the weekend. These will be mainly afternoon and evening variety of storms, and then slight chances riding in through Wednesday of next week. Jess?
All right, thank you, Bob. Time now to check on your first alert traffic for the drive home. Some congestion in the downtown Bradenton area tonight as you head north on US 301 into Palmetto over the DeSoto Bridge. Also, some traffic heading west on Manatee Avenue right around the 9th Street intersection. In consumer news, Facebook is teaming up with multiple media organizations to launch news programs on its Watch video service. Facebook will pay for the shows, which will appear exclusively on its platform. Many of the first shows will resemble cable and broadcast programming. For example, CNN's Anderson Cooper will host a show called Anderson Cooper Full Circle. It's all part of the company's push to repair its relationship with the news industry and restore user trust after various misinformation and data privacy scandals. IHOP is changing its iconic name and pancake lovers are flipping out. The restaurant sent a tweet suggesting it is changing its name to IHOB, so the International House of Pancakes will take on a whole new meaning. The change is supposed to take effect Monday, but the company is being coy about what the B stands for. IHOP's executive director of communications says the name change will reflect the quality of food and the menu. American Airlines may be raising its fees. The company's CEO says passengers may have to dig deeper into their wallets if fuel prices keep going up. But they're taking a wait-and-see approach. Oil prices have risen roughly 50% from last year, a move that's putting pressure on airline profits. As for college grads, job prospects are looking up. According to a new survey by CareerBuilder, hiring and starting salaries are both on the rise. 80% of employees plan to hire recent college grads this year. 25% of employers plan to pay $15,000 or $15 rather per hour on average. Many employers plan to pay grads higher starting salaries than ever before. More than half will start at over $50,000. Entertainment news is next. Stay with us.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Lots of sun, absolutely no fun.
Yeah, we towed it all the way up there for nothing.
Our weekend was dead in the water.
Sure, we could still sit on it, but what fun is that?
Dead boat batteries sinking your spirits? Right now, you can save $10 on Duracell Ultramarine batteries and Batteries Plus bulbs.
We should have named it the SS Going Nowhere.
Visit batteriesplus.com for a store near you.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Serving part-time as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment to get an edge in the civilian world. Learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you at NationalGuard.com.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking a photojournalist with experience in news gathering, ENG cameras, and ETIAS. Visit mysuncoast.com/job-of-the-day to apply.
President Donald Trump has commuted the sentence of a woman who Kim Kardashian West advocated for at the White House last week. 63-year-old Alice Marie Johnson has served more than 2 decades in federal prison for drug offenses. The White House says that Johnson has accepted responsibility for her past behavior and has been a model prisoner over the past 2 decades. Kardashian West celebrating the decision today, tweeting, quote, "Best news ever." She added that she hopes to continue this important work by joining forces with organizations fighting for prison reform. Comedian Samantha Bee is taping her first show today since her offensive comments about Ivanka Trump. On her TBS show, Full Frontal, Bee referred to Ivanka Trump using a vulgar slur. The comic is expected to start her show today by addressing the controversy. Bee apologized last week, claiming the comment was inappropriate and inexcusable. The White House called Bee's comment vile and vicious, while others called for her to be fired. Former Dance Mom star Abby Lee Miller is recovering after undergoing another emergency surgery. Miller has been battling non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, a cancer that starts in the immune system. In April, her doctor said she almost died after her first emergency surgery. Last year, she was sentenced to a year in federal prison, followed by 2 years of supervised release for bankruptcy fraud. The original Gerber baby and the most recently selected Gerber baby met in person for an adorable reunion. Gerber arranged for Ann Turner Cook, who is now 91 years old, to meet 1-year-old Lucas Warren. The little boy made history earlier this year for being the first baby with Down syndrome to be a Gerber brand ambassador. Cook's iconic baby image became Gerber's official logo in 1931. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Every time you purchase a fishing license or register your boat, you're helping to preserve our nation's coastlines, lakes, rivers, and streams, protecting memories for generations to come. Learn how your participation in boating and fishing can help the environment at takemefishing.org/conservation.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert weather app now.